Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Survival Saturday, and tonight's topic is after the moon's orbit changes, what are your plans now? Are you ready for this? Let's look at the rest of it. This is, come on, let's go. There it goes. Warning, possible fantasy fear porn Kool-Aid drinking zone ahead. Then again, maybe not. Who remembers Space 1999? All righty. Well, let's go to the comments here. And, okay. Let's go up to the top and say it. So first one in was CR. And then about 20 minutes later, the crew came in, crew 1351. Then Moon over Miami. Then, let's see, then Diana came in. And then Mark showed up. And new avatar in the waiting, okay? I'll drop the link here in a second. Hang on, I gotta go back. Yeah, so it was I started that conversation. Hey everyone, oops, it went the wrong direction. And crew goes, wait, what? It went the wrong direction. The moon impacting Earth? Let's see, then Geeky Gardens came in. Let's see what we got going here. Sierra says tidal wave. Then Geeky Garden says, didn't the moon's orbit just change the other day when the Falcon 9 hit it? Crew says the rest of the gang is showing up. They're playing D&D tonight, so they'll be listening. And one of these times, the rogue is going to be going, I'm one with the wall. I'm one with the wall. Nobody sees me. And I'll drop the link here right now. Hang on a second. There we go. See. And there's the link. CR, if you want to come up too, you can join us too. Phases into the dark side of the moon now. Oh. It rang.
Of course, I had to change. I've been waiting to put that up since you mentioned this this thing. I'm like, oh, I know what I'm putting up.
Dave, right?
Yeah. No, that's not Dave. That's not from 2001. That's from Space 1999.
I don't recognize the face.
He was one of the captains. I forget what his name was. I could pull it up.
Okay. All right. So, yes. Do I have it? Hang on a second. If I have it, I'm going to bring it up here. Did I get it here? Yes. So I'm going to bring it up early. So here we have the Falcon 9 hitting the moon. You can see it in the circle area. Even from that distance away, it was a pretty good dust ball that it kicked up. And zoomed in on it, on that spot, yeah, it was kicking up and doing some stuff. However, that's on the Earth-facing side. So it's going to be pushing it away the sun-facing side. So it's going to be pushing it away from the sun. Where it is in its orbit around Earth dictates.
It made it accelerate its orbit by 0.000001 seconds per 10 years. So eventually it's going to spin out of orbit in 2.8 million years. So be scared today.
Yeah. Well, I got some other interesting information about that. So let me go ahead and close that, get that out of the way, and get back to this.
Is that the only photo they have of that? Because I haven't seen any other ones.
That was the only one I saw.
Yeah, okay.
So
I don't think there's been any on Nobody took its own picture, so whatever.
Yeah. Well, let's get back over here and we watch the nuclear stockpile, the nuclear waste stockpile on near Moonbase Alpha going off. All right, so causes for the moon's orbit to change, man-made on purpose. I don't think anybody's really that stupid to purposely do it.
Yeah, you never know.
But man-made by mistake, well, according to a whole bunch of books, a whole bunch of movies, yeah, man, they do stupid stuff like in Space 1999, and they start dumping nuclear waste up there, and it goes off.
Why do they need to dump it up there? Why don't they just eject it towards the sun? Hey.
Because they, I guess they felt it was easier to contain it. Like.
Why do you need to contain it?
Yeah.
Leaving the atmosphere with a rocket full of toxic waste? Yeah, that's its own problem right there. So,
yeah.
Whatever.
And Kaylin's in the house now. So, nature caused. Oh, there's a bunch of books about nature caused. Oh, there's even more books and stuff on nature causing the moon to change it. A whole bunch of them causing, books saying that this is going to cause it to move away, cause it to move closer, cause it to speed up, cause it to slow down. And there's a lot of,
speculation.
There's a lot of interesting scientific data on this. Yes, there is data on it.
Well, and data of speculative data, because
of what would if this happens, this could happen.
If this happens, then that. If that happens, then that. Yeah.
Here's the number. Here's the numbers.
Zero.
Yeah. And like they always the disclaimer they give the numbers on it. It depends on what hits it and how hard it hits it and the direction it hits it, what spin it has on, just like a pool ball. How much English the universe put on whatever hit the moon. One guy actually said it's like pool. How much English whatever hits it puts on it. It could just cause to speed up. It could actually start the moon rotates once every 28 days, approximately. That way, the sunset is always facing the sun as it goes around the Earth.
No, the moon, the same face always faces us. Whether or not it's dark or light, it just gets a shadow over it.
Yeah, so it goes around every 28 days facing us approximately. And Little Pepper's in here.
And it's the only orbiting satellite that they know of that does that. And it's perfect. And that's weird. Yep. But anyway.
Yeah. So, there are possible man-made mistakes that could cause it. There's nature. We don't know what all's bouncing around out there in the universe. And they speculate on all sorts of things. But
Nibiru or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Interesting thing, the moon is moving away from the Earth about 1.5 inches per year. Or 115 feet per 1,000 years. So since the Greek Empire or whatever, it's moved away approximately 345 feet.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it either. Now, other stuff, I didn't get all the numbers down because I read them all, and I was on the other computer, and I forgot to put it on the slide. So, if the moon slows its orbit, just slows its orbit around the Earth, the effect is that the inertia or centrifugal force lessens and it moves closer to Earth. If it speeds up, it overcomes some of the gravitational force and it moves away from Earth. So right now it's slowly escaping Earth's pull. So far. you want to go deep diving with it. I can't. Neil something or other. Tyson, whatever. He did an hour show on it, and he says we still don't know, but this is what could happen. If this happens, this could happen. And he went through and explained a bunch of stuff. He had some other scientists on there too, and of course he had his comedic best friend on there co-hosting with him, and it was rather interesting. But
that's a big 8-ball.
Yeah. That would be the center of the universe throwing crap around.
Or Jupiter.
Well, even before Jupiter, I mean, there's stuff coming in from other stuff. The Kuiper Belt. Crap from the Kuiper Belt gets bumped into something out there, and all of a sudden it's coming, oh, where'd this one come from? We don't know where it's coming from. Its orbit comes around. It's just like it's a new orbit. Like it got hit by something out there. We'll see it again in 10,000 years.
Yeah, must be new because we've never seen it before. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what did CR say?
He will eclipse what I said.
But yeah, so as some channels make a big friggin' deal. Oh, yeah, this is happening. Oh, it's moving away from Earth at so many, feet per year. It's not 8 feet; it's 1.5 inches per year. But yeah, it's not a big deal.
That's right. Some scientists will come up and say the tides are changing now because the moon has been moving this far, and the tides are different. And now they'll come up with their studies. We'll pay for it, but that's another story.
Here's the flip side of what's up there right now on the screen. The moon is slowing down ridiculously smaller than 1.5 inches per year because of tidal drag. That's what they call it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, sure.
Because as the water goes around, that's kind of like a focus point for part of Earth's gravitational pull, because that's where it bulges and stuff. So the moon is what
BS scientists put that out there.
Well, they're saying like since the moon is pulling the tides and Earth bulges as it faces whatever side faces the moon, it increases the microscopic enhancement of the Earth's gravity at that point.
Sure. Whatever.
Yeah.
And they can't even get a supercomputer to model the galaxy with all the gravitational forces in that. But somehow we're able to throw spaceships out there to slingshot around shit. But anyway, on paper.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? We without a working computer, we put John Glenn into orbit.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys orbit into. Hang on, I gotta put it up here.
Yeah.
Who reset the drag on the Earth? Yeah. So they find every now and then they'll find a new little tidbit of information. Oh, we found this, and everyone's going, yeah, that's so small, it's not doing anything. It'll be a million years before we need to worry about the Earth. I mean, the moon getting far enough away from the Earth to cause any problem. Probably not more than a million years. Probably 5, 10, or whatever. Because you think, so if it moves away from the Earth in a million years, it would move 115 million. No, not. So I can put 3 zeros behind that. So I'll move 115 14,000 feet away in a million years. Shoot, I forgot what's the diameter of the moon. It might move like 2 moon diameters away. Yeah. So, folks, for us in the real world, like Mark said, yeah, I ain't going to worry about that because I ain't going to be around when it happens.
You'd be better off doing the math on 48 tons of space debris, not man-made, impacts the Earth every year. So do the math on that versus whatever they think the mass versus gravity is, and our gravity's getting stronger, and we're going to weigh a million pounds in 2 million years. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's one of those things is as far as this goes, and I'm killing the one topic here kind of quick here. Unless something from the Kuiper Belt or farther out comes and impacts the moon to make it move farther away or closer to the Earth, is it's the only thing that can happen. And as much as they're watching near Earth objects to see something, there's nothing that's going to hit it. But the problem is, if it hits it coming fast, what's the moon going to do?
Split in half. Break apart.
It depends how big it is. If it's coming fast,
we got a better chance of God reaching his hand out saying, hey, I'm going to borrow this for a couple thousand years and just taking it.
Yeah. If depending on the size that it hits, it may blow a chunk out. When I say a chunk, a couple square miles of debris out.
Depends on what hit it. If something the same size hits it, yeah, who knows?
Depending on the size. If it's small,
we'll have our own meteor belt around the planet after we're destroyed.
I mean, it's going to be either pebbleized. It's going to be just have a gouge blown out of it, like shooting a 45 into the dirt. It's or it's going to be just totally splitting, like I said, splitting in half. But I'd say more like fractured into big chunks. But hey, if something's coming that fast and that big, they're going to see it. And they're going to, it's going to leak out that something's on it. Something's coming.
Yeah, but they don't want to tell us anything because why? Where are you going to run to?
Yeah, exactly. And that's where mitigation and recovery comes. I'm sorry. There ain't no mitigating something hitting the moon. And I put up the picture for the from the ad from September 13th, 1999. Was the day of the event of Space 1999, even though the TV show was back in '76.
Yeah, it was in the mid late '70s.
Yeah,
we used to all watch it. That and Star Trek. Yeah,
it was right after I graduated from high school. So, it's one of those things of mitigation. Really, do you really want to work on mitigating, stopping something like that?
Let's put a bunch of giant rockets on there and try to put it back in orbit.
Well, I got a better idea. Let's put a bunch of nuclear missiles on there aiming away from the Earth, and a joint thing between us, Russia, and China, so we can protect the moon from being hit.
Sure.
Yeah. Like every other thing, was Deep Impact, Armageddon. Yeah, you can't fire something at it. Yeah. There was a cartoon. It was about a post-moon split and a drastic change in society. There were several things. There were movies. There were cartoons. Kids cartoon type thing. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I remember it. They were as one of the hidden gems that they put in the vault, not letting anybody see because it was too shocking to children.
What, the moon split in half and
The cartoon about what happened to society and stuff. My grandsons would be, yeah, that's more like because every one time I was watching a reel about all the cartoons that got put away. Grandpa, can you find that cartoon? See, they're not afraid of it. I mean,
no, we had Looney Tunes running in this house for 3 days for the dog. I just left it on. I'm like, I ain't seen that Roadrunner episode in a long time.
They came by when somebody put up a reel that was 45 minutes of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Elmer Fudd. And
they
were in here laughing their butts off, and I go, guys, actually, no, we need to watch it. Okay, don't delete it, just save it. Go do your thing. Let's watch it later. I tell you, kids are much more resilient than what psychoanalysts, psycho mumbo jumbo people give them credit for.
I don't know. I never blew a duck's head off and had his beak spin around, and then he just turned black, and then we walked off into the sunset together. Yeah, I never dropped an anvil on a coyote's head.
All I can say is that the cartoons and stuff that they said were too bad in the late 60s, 70s, and into the 80s are nothing compared to Grand Theft Auto. Or hold
on, I'll be right back. My speakers just went stupid. I'm going to come back in.
Yeah, it's nothing like the cartoons and everything. The cartoons, all the Grand Theft Auto, whatever, Doom. Let's see, there's a couple other ones that are mega violent and stuff. You see, you go around, you start shooting everybody and blood splatters. That ain't nothing. That's way, way, way worse. But it's okay for kids to. We just got to put a warning on it so they make a proper choice. Yeah. The way my just watching my kids and my grandkids, the boys. Oh yeah, right. Oh, it's got a warning on it. That's nice. All right. So recovery. Like I said, it all depends on what happens, and it depends. It could be a simple move. It could be an orbit. In my series of novels, it doesn't get impacted. A high density, heavy core planetoid comes by, just misses it, and drags it in towards the Earth. 500, 700 feet or so closer to the Earth. And here he's back. Is that better?
Yeah. Everything that the speakers went all scratchy. That happened once before. I just have to reboot quick.
Yeah.
Instant hold, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you've got.
Although there was something on the news not too long ago. Somebody actually painted what looked like a tunnel on the side of a wall.
There were a bunch of them. But the person had to drive into a parking lot to do it. Jump the curb, and he didn't notice the 7-foot coyote standing next to it. On the one, it's like,
ooh, new shortcut. Wham.
Yeah. Oh, but for those that are Roadrunner and Coyote aficionados, the new movie coming out by Coffee Productions, Coffee spelled with a K, not a C, where the Wild E. Coyote sues Acme for selling all these malfunctioning things to him over the years.
Yeah, whatever. That'll be one I won't ever go see.
It's live action and GCI putting in there. I've seen the ads for it. It's funnier than Half Moon Time. Beep beep. Yeah. But only if only like several of the other people's novels and my novels where it's not a drastic change. It either pushes it out, an extra 500, 600 feet, or brings it in closer, 500 to 2,000 feet closer to the Earth. Oh, the moon looks bigger. Ooh, the tides are bigger.
Yeah, whatever.
Just everybody else is, part of everything else going on. People are just freaking out over, oh, crap, the moon's closer. It's going to pull us off the surface of the Earth.
Yeah. I feel lighter because the gravity of the moon is making me float now. And all the water in the oceans is lifting up and disappearing into space, into the vacuum. Oh, wait, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, this is one of those ones that people going overboard for clickbait on the channel saying,
oh, yeah,
here's the danger of it. Now, there's no danger with it. So we're putting that to rest right now. There is no danger. Continue on with your lives. There, you have a better chance of being hit by a tornado in Los Angeles or New York City than than the moon shifting and affecting you in any way. But it's fun. Some of the novels are really well written, and it's interesting. They're more about the story development of the characters, not what's this is happening because the moon. It's just how everybody's freaking out usually, and the few people keeping their heads calm and all right. So nothing much is going to happen here. So, anyways, this was. I knew this was going to be a short one because, the data out there is like, yeah, all right. You got to wait. We got to see something coming to move it first. Man is not going to move it. We'd have to put all of our nuclear waste up in one big hole, a cone hole, and detonate it to try to move the moon.
Well, nuclear waste doesn't detonate. Bombs do.
Yeah. Well, let's throw some bombs in there. So, get everything just to have a big fission reaction up there. Yeah. No. Yeah, that was the one thing. That was the hard part I had with the Space 1999, the waste pile exploding. Of course, they had some theoretical answer to that about some stuff that was being stored with it that was reactivating it or something by accident. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It was fun to watch.
Here's the stupid thing that is actually true. Go up during the 3 days of a full moon.
Babies are born.
I don't know why. They don't know why. Nobody has the answer to why, but crime stats go up during the 3 days of the full moon. People just act stupid.
Yep.
Because even though it's not a full moon, it's still right there, the same size, the same gravitational pull on us. But I guess people thought, oh, I don't need to use a flashlight. I can sneak around better and do dumb stuff. Yeah. All righty. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up early, half hour on it tonight. So, but coming up here, all right, Monday on Camp Patton, we're doing canning pie fillings, and I'm throwing a monkey wrench in on that one that people don't realize. Anyways, back here for Tactical Tuesday, what is your dream gear? Thursday's the Midnight Ride. It is also City Council night, so I'm actually going to maybe later because they were talking about putting a public commentary thing on for the budget coming up in September. So they got they may have people commenting on it so they can pass the budget in September. So, anyways, Maybe people that why, whining, Friday night on the homestead is going to be investing in your homestead, where to start. After a planetoid is sat for next Saturday, after a planetoid is spotted heading towards the Earth, an asteroid, planetoid, comet, whatever. Yeah, what are your plans? So that's what's coming up for the next week. Also, if you have any suggestions for food preservation, canning, freeze drying, dehydrate, any questions about it for a topic, email me or Tammy at rebelcanners@gmail.com, or me at Camp Patton Family Compound at gmail.com. And we got a couple openings coming up, and yeah, like to get them topics filled with what you want to hear about. All right, everyone. With that, stay safe, take care. Don't go down the rabbit hole that has no bottom. And we'll see you Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound. You like that?
Wait, if the hole doesn't have a bottom, that means by the time I get to the center of the earth, I'm going to bounce back and forth until I settle down at the center of the earth.
Yeah. All righty. Take care, everyone.
Have a good night.